Eat it up. Go play okay 3, 2, 1. You know I'm the hottest. You ain't never got a heat.
Okay. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I literally had an idea, I had this video idea for a very long time. Let me see if this looks better. Okay, yeah, I had a video idea for a very long time. I know that one day I would be strong enough and over it. Just like recently, I think like a couple I don't know if it was a year ago that I opened up about the situation about my nudes leaking. But I know that in some point in time when I got over this block or whatever the case may be, that I would be able and comfortable to share my story with other women that can relate, and with other women that are scared to speak up about sexual assault and stuff like that. Yeah, this is just a very serious topic, a very touchy topic, a very personal, private topic, and I knew that one day that when I am ready, I will be able to come and share my story, maybe so that other women know that they're not alone. I know there are a lot of women that have spoke up to their family and didn't really get the response that they wanted, or like kind of seen everyone's true colors, and I'm here to tell you guys my story. Okay, so if you guys I don't know, this is a very touchy subject, so I'm letting you know it is a trigger trigger video or trigger warning. This is a trigger warning, so if you're not comfortable watching this video, please, you guys can click off right now. I don't know if I'm gonna get emotional, because I feel like every time I speak about it I do kind of get emotional, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get emotional. Okay, so yeah, so I'm finna start, or whatever the case may be. First off, I picked my car to do the video in because I just feel like I do share a room with my sister, and I have family in the house and stuff. I just wanted a private area where I could just talk about the situation and not feel like someone's listening, someone feels some type of way, or whatever the case may be. So I'm gonna tell you guys what happened, how I dealt with it, and all of that right now. So yeah, and my name is Azzy. If this is the first time watching my video, my nickname is Azzy. I'm 18 years old, and yeah, so this happened, I think when I want to say 17. This happened 2 summers ago. I went out on a hike to Taipu. I went on a hike to Taipu, or whatever the case may be. If you watched a video I did do a vlog on that day, and that is the exact day, or the footage is the exact day of when it happened. I know I didn't post it right away because I needed time, and then I edited and all of that, whatever the case may be. But yeah, so that is when that happened. I went on a hike with a family friend, you could say. Really was like it was close in family, so it was really my sister's boyfriend basically, and I've known him from since I was I don't know how old, but I know that he's been around the family for a long time, to the point where everyone looks at him as family and brother and sisters, or whatever the case may be. So when we went on the hike, no one thought nothing of it. It was just me, my sister, him, and he brought his 2 other friends, or whatever the case may be, like 2 couples or whatever. And oh my gosh, walking is not my thing. Whoever knows that outside is really not my thing, but I do like to do adventurous stuff for the time being. I do. So I could remember this day like the back of my head. So I remember we was walking up or whatever the case would be. I was getting tired, and the trail is very hectic. If you're walking, the trail is very like tiring. You could slip, you could slide, you could fall, like, you know what I mean? It's dangerous at the same time too if you're not careful. So I was in front of the I'm gonna give this person's name Lou. That's his name, Lou. We're gonna call him Lou. So Lou is the person that basically did what he did to me, but I'm gonna tell you guys. So we was walking on the trail, and he told my sister, which is more athletic than me, like, because she was walking way faster than everybody else. She was up above everybody. So he was like, okay, Tiana could stay in front, and then Lou said that he'll be behind me just in case like I was to fall or any sort of thing, which is okay. I didn't find nothing wrong with it, because again, I think that is my family friend or brother-in-law, whatever the fuck what I thought, or whatever the case would be. So, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect this from Lou at all. It was very like unexpected. Okay, so anyway, so I was walking, and I kind of tripped over a trunk, like a tree trunk, and the first time he grabbed my bag, which is okay. He grabbed my bag to save my fall. I didn't see nothing wrong with that. That's what I thought that he was gonna keep doing if I ever was to fall. Of course, I'm not falling on spite. Of course we know that. I'm just putting it out there that I'm not falling on spite. I'm not doing nothing weird out of the obvious. I was very careful, or whatever the case would be. So it had, the next time we're walking, this trail is probably like, I think, I don't know, 2-4 miles. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Or a half a mile. I really don't know. But I know it's a very long trail. So I continue to walk, and as I'm continuing to walk, I think I did like trip again, but I didn't fully trip. I caught myself with my hand like this, like on the floor, like falling a little bit, and I was getting up, and he slapped my butt. Okay, that was the first thing he did, slap my butt. And in my head I was like, I know Lou wouldn't do that if my sister was here. That's weird. This is weird, like, you know. And I was like, maybe, because he was laughing it off and everything, so I was like, maybe this is how he plays with friends and like his friends and whatever the sort may be. And I did feel uncomfortable, but I didn't say anything, which if I could have went back, I would have said something. But remember, this is my first time ever going through something like that, which is why I understand when women don't speak up right away, or when women don't do certain things right away. It's really because you're in shock, you're scared, and yeah, so we're gonna move past that. So I didn't say anything, and then over time, keep walking, the nigga start groping. Not just slapping, groping my butt and stuff, like doing it too much. It wasn't a joke at that. It's not a joke at all. So I was like very much uncomfortable. When we reached to the tide pool area, we jumped in. It was cool. It was regular. Like, I kind of wanted to forget that happened. I didn't want to remember that happened. And then when we was walking back, he did that shit again. Oh my god, he did that shit again. And I don't know, I just felt uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable. I didn't like that at all. Fast forward, or whatever the case may be, that night after the hike and wherever we went home or wherever the case may be, I still haven't told anyone. No one suspected that something was wrong with me. I'm pretty sure he kind of felt, but I'm not sure. So we went home and everyone is at the house. My sister, which is his girlfriend, or whatever the case may be, which is his girlfriend, the kids, family, friend, everybody's there. I went in my room. I think I hung out for a little bit, but I went in my room and I was like, I have to say something, I have to say something. So I had came out and was like, I might say something, and then I was just staring. I couldn't even get any words out. And then Lou looked at me, made eye contact with me, and then changed the whole subject. And then I just laughed or whatever, and then I went back in my room. And yeah, I just hanged out with the kids in my room and I was just chilling. I wasn't, no. So yeah, so basically that's what happened with that situation. So later that night, I do remember, I think I was in a relationship with someone too. I think, yeah, a relationship with someone. But during that night, I didn't talk to my boyfriend at the time. Yeah, I didn't speak to him or whatever because I was uncomfortable. I didn't even want to speak to anybody. But I did reach out to my best friend, Ashley, and I was crying and I was just telling her what happened, and she was telling me like I have to speak up or whatever the case may be. Like, my family is gonna like do their part, like it's okay, don't be scared. She was telling me it's not your fault. I was telling her like I know I wore shorts or whatever the case may be, and she was like, I knew that, like, you know, I kind of had, at first I was blaming myself. I'm not even gonna lie, I was blaming myself. I was like, maybe if I didn't wear this, maybe if I didn't wear that, whatever the case may be. So I was crying about all of that. I was like, maybe that's my fault or whatever the case may be. So I remember my best friend, she was like, you have to tell them. She kept telling me like, please tell them, because you want your family to be aware so that they don't have you around, or they could like basically either file police report, all of that stuff she was telling me. So I want to say this clear, like I have two moms. But me and my mom, my mom that raised me, basically don't have a bond where we connect. So I'm scared to tell her a lot of things. I don't open up to her about a lot of things. So I was scared. So instead, I was like, I built up courage. Yeah, I built up courage. That's what happened. Yeah, so I built up courage and I called Tiana to my room and I told her. Of course I was crying. I was telling her while I was crying. I was just crying and telling her, and I was like, it's my fault, and then I was just telling her what happened or whatever the case may be. So in that moment, she had got up or whatever. She had got mad at Lou, mad at the situation, mad that I didn't tell her and she was on the hiking trip with me. But she was way ahead. How the fuck I'm gonna be like, no, like what? Like that don't make no sense. And anything could have happened. I could have got pushed off a cliff that day, like for speaking up. Like, come on now. Anyway, next. So whatever. So she went outside and my family friend, well, I won't say family friend because I really count her as really family, but family friend was outside and she was outside. And Tiana was like, Mom, da-da-da-da. And Tiana is the one that told, because I gave her permission to tell. Because I was not comfortable enough to tell my mom, period. So she told her, or whatever the case may be, basically was like, oh, such and such happened, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, cool. My mom, I'm not gonna lie, her response wasn't what I expected. First thing she said was, a hard, like, she was basically saying a hard head make a soft ass, because she kind of mentioned the shorts to me and told me not to wear those shorts. And she was like, I don't even know, she was quiet, she wasn't saying nothing, she was fucking quiet. After that, she was just like, oh wow, or whatever the case was, she was quiet. Now my family friend was like mad and upset. I could feel that she wanted to cry, but she wasn't crying. I could feel that she wanted to cry, but she wasn't crying. Okay, family friend was upset, basically saying that's why you never let your guard down around nobody or whatever. And I basically already said I looked at him as a brother, not no weirdo or somebody that would have a crush on me. Because remember, I think I was 17 or 16. I don't remember, 16 or 17, versus 30-something-year-old man, or 20-something, no, not 20-something. He's old, like 29, 30, around there, 31, like around there. That is fucking crazy. Like, no. And plus you're dating my sister. Even more weird. How weird could that be? Anyway, next. So she was upset or whatever the case would be. Cool. I went to work, and I think at work, when I was at working, I used to have to go, like, I used to be working on register in Plaza, so I usually used to like go quick if I feel like I'm thinking about it too much and wanted to cry. I used to like go to the bathroom, quick cry, because you can't let them hating ass bitches see you crying. Nah, I'm just playing. But no, for real, you can't let people that want to see you down cry. So I went in the bathroom, cried, fixed myself up again, cool. But I think a day or two after my mom found out, or whatever the case may be, I came to terms and I basically said, hey, this is not your fault. This is not your fault. You cannot prevent anyone from doing something like that to you. That is someone else's action. Your clothing have nothing to do with someone else's actions. And yeah, that's basically it. And that's what I gained out of it, that it was not my fault. At first I was blaming myself, but it is not my fault. So yeah, so I think 2 days, that day that I was like, you know, it's not my fault, I said, before my mom go and contact my sister about it, my older sister about it, I think I owe her enough decency to let her know myself. So I called her to come over, whatever the case may be, and she came over, and I told her, you know, while I'm telling you this, I might not be crying now because I did all my crying already, so I'm not gonna be crying. So and I'm gonna tell you what happened. And I told her, on the hike, when I was on the hike, your boyfriend Lou was touching me inappropriately. I told her he slapped my butt once. At first I was like, maybe that's a joke. And then after that, it continued, and it went to more groping than fucking slapping. So she asked me to demonstrate, which I honestly feel like, now knowing, if I knew better, I wouldn't have even demonstrated on her. Because why the fuck are you asking me to demonstrate? And the fact that my mom didn't even step in and be like, none of that will be necessary. Like, come on now. I could have went to the police. The fuck? Anyway, next. So I told her, I showed her how we did it or whatever. She was crying. I don't know. Like, she was basically like saying like she's sorry that happened to me. She never wanted anyone to feel like that, or whatever the case would be. I guess because she went through something similar. I'm not sure. So fast forward, she had left that area or whatever the case would be. She left. After I told her all of that, and I told her, I don't care if you stay with Lou or if you break up with Lou, I don't care. I just want to let you know that I don't want to be the reason y'all break up. But if you do break up with him, that's cool. If you don't break up with him, that's cool with me. Just don't be up in my face, you know what I mean? Yeah. So that was it. So tell me why the next day I go to work, I'm thinking, okay, cool. The next day my sister asks my mom if she can bring him to the house to talk with me. with me. That's the funniest part. With me. Okay, cool. So my mom didn't mention till last minute, and I was like, why are you even letting them come here with him? For what? Why are you doing that? I don't want to do this. I'm disagreeing. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. My mom was like, let's see what they have to say. You know, da 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 da. And I was like, at this moment, I was pissed off at her, everybody, because at what given moment do you guys bring the criminal around the victim? Where they do that at? Okay, cool. So I was upset. I'm not gonna lie, I was upset. Okay, wait. I was upset. I'm not even gonna lie, I was upset. So when she showed up with him, he was basically saying, I am your sister's boyfriend. I would never do that to you. Da 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 da. Then he was like, I forgot what he said, but I know he was like, basically, I don't look at you that type of way, or whatever the case might be. And then he said he apologizes for what he did. So I said I was like, apology can't fix what you did. Said the apology, I forgot what he said. He had apologized, and I said, you cannot, you can't apologize. What already happened. Like, that's no apology. You can't apologize for doing some shit like that. That's like breaking a fucking plate and then saying apology. I'm sorry. Is the plate gonna ever fix back? No, the fuck. Like, the apology is not even relevant. So I had told him, like, I don't forgive your apology, or whatever the case may be. And then he blurted out, he was mad. He didn't even make eye contact with me the whole time he was speaking. He was looking up, and he got mad, and he was like, what I did was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke. So that's when I was, because that shit like that is not a joke. Touching people inappropriately is not a joke. That shit is not a joke. I don't give a fuck what it is. That shit is not a joke. So I was like, I forgot what I said, but I do remember saying, like, after he said it was a joke, I was like, okay. Then he looked up, he looked to the side to my mom and say, okay, can I speak to you on a personal level inside? And my mom said, okay. That got me even more upset, because of what the fuck. Okay, cool, next. So they're going, before they go in, my sister intervenes and says, before like, you know, whatever, can you, Azra, tell us what really happened? Because me and neither your mother was there. Wait. Dramatic, wait, hold on. Dramatic effect, hold on. Because me and your mother wasn't there. So you know, wait, let me. So you know, so you know, from time she said that, I was like shocked, fucking shocked. Because why are you asking me to repeat? You already done violated by bringing him here in front of me after I told you all of that, and I had the decency to let you know. Told you that if you stay with him, you can stay with him. I don't give a fuck, or whatever the case may be. I don't care if she had fixed that on her own accord with her man at home and been like, hey, you know, whatever they do at their fucking house and not in front of me, it would have been by all means okay. But the fact that you have the nerve to bring him in front of me, what the fuck are you trying to prove? Okay, what the fuck are you trying to prove? Okay, like, I don't understand that. Like, I'm okay, I'm not saying I'm mad that they're together or whatever the case may be. I'm not. It's just, you have no reasoning to bring in him in front of me to talk. That's your man's. You deal with y'all shit at home. At home, not here. Okay, that's your man's. You don't deal with stuff like that on your, like, you know, you don't do stuff like that. That's your, you know, basically that's your boyfriend. You do deal with that shit on at your home. I don't think I was necessary in none of this. I wouldn't have been mad if she had been cool with him, stayed with him, but bringing him in front of me, what is it? What do you gain? Like, you know what I mean? Okay, cool. So after they leave, I will never forget this. After he leaves and he said what he said to her or whatever the case would be. I don't know what he said to my mother or whatever the case would be. He left, he was leaving, and she said, don't be a stranger. Of course, I'm not knowing what the fuck they spoke about. I'm not knowing nothing, so of course I got upset, because it's like, you're telling him don't be a stranger. What? Everyone is way too fucking calm in this situation, and I'm gonna put it out there that, to me, I think that my family, or whatever the case may be, whatever my family thinks, I honestly think that they look at me as a hoe. Like, because I guess ever since my news got leaked, like, that's what made them start thinking that. But, you know, I don't really think that of me, because, I mean, okay, yeah, I'm not a hoe. So, I know what I do. I know, like, my people that really know me know every detail about me. So it's just like, hey, like, you know, but they don't know that. They're going with assumptions and stuff. So ever since that, they look at me as a hoe. I don't care how much of a hoe they might have think I am or whatever the case may be. It's just, it still doesn't give them enough right to discredit how I felt, or discredit the whole thing on a whole, right? Basically, that's how I felt. So whatever the case may be, fast forward, after my mom had said that, I kind of got mad. I started asking her what they spoke about, why she even telling him don't be a stranger, all of that good stuff. And I start yelling, start getting loud with the information, and we have neighbors, and my mom obviously didn't want the neighbors to hear what was going on. So she started getting mad at me because I was speaking and telling her how I feel, and I was saying F this whole family, which is true, because after all of this, it did show everyone's true colors. Like, I don't care what no one say, and I won't ever forget that. Like, growing up, it's shit that I let go of, but shit like this, But anyway, so my mom basically, I forgot what she did. Oh yeah, so we had gotten into an argument because I was getting too loud. She was trying to tell me to be quiet, the neighbors might hear, or whatever the case may be, and I was like, I don't care, I don't give a, like, I was cussing, I was mad. And I I don't even remember what happened, but I know that like I blacked out. She had threw her phone at me and I blacked out. Like I blacked out. I did think I hit her out of anger, out of hurt, out of me being the victim and y'all still bringing the nigga in front of me. Hurt, that type of hurt. So yeah, and I just didn't expect that out of my family, out of my mom especially. I didn't care about anyone else's role. It's just how calm my mom was is really like weird to me. Okay, next topic or whatever the case is. Fast forward, that same night my cousin had passed through when it was happening, and me and my cousin had ended up going in the room, and I remember my sister peeping her head and trying to, I guess she was trying to see if I'm telling my cousin, but I had already told her. Like I had told her the same night I started opening up to everybody, basically. Like I told my cousin. So yeah, but it's the fact that the family had wanted to keep it on a low. But anyway, after that happened, after I had hit my mom, blacked out or whatever, I was gone. Anger up to 10, red, didn't know anything. And when I caught myself and I realized what I did, I was like, I have to call my dad or somebody because I have to get out of this place because I don't know, like right now I feel like I need space because I'm gonna be up on 10, you know what I mean? So my dad came or whatever, and I didn't tell my dad or whatever the case would be, and for some reason he came. Like usually sometimes when I argue with my folks and my mom and stuff and I call him, he don't be coming, but this time he came. So this time he came. So basically, after he came or whatever the case would be, we was driving and I told him what happened, and you know, I'm not gonna say anything else further than that. All I know is that showed me his true colors as well, because most dads are overprotective of their kids, daughters or whatever the case may be, but giving clown energy because he didn't do anything, like nothing at all. Okay, so he didn't do anything. I told him, I'm thinking, conversation that we had, I'm thinking that, okay, damn, at least this nigga might get beat up or something, but anyway, we're not gonna my dad didn't do anything. Over time, I watched it happen, didn't do anything. But I did overhear that he went back and told them what I spoke about, which is another reason I don't mess with my dad. Because how the fuck I tell you something and I hearing it from other people and I only tell you? That don't make no damn sense. Okay. So I just don't really talk to him or whatever the case may be. But that again showed me true colors again, because obviously I never really used to mess with my dad. Really didn't really. I know him, but I don't know him because he's not like always there, like physically, sometimes mentally, but never there physically, really rarely. And I expected a different outcome from him, but I don't know what I expected, because obviously if he's not here physically, what the fuck is he gonna do? You know what I mean? But I know a lot of people's dads, when it comes to shit like that, they'll lose it. You know what I mean? They'll lose it. But yeah, my dad didn't do anything. Nothing happened as far as the family. Everyone still has their contact with him or whatever the case might be. Cool. Me personally, I never hide this. I do talk about it to people or whatever the case may be. Here's some things that I had to go through after I told them or whatever the case would be, and I noticed that they didn't really like do anything about it, I had to basically build myself back up to be prepared to hear them talking about him all the time, because they talk about him, they mention his name a lot. They don't even give into consideration of me. So I had to rebuild myself back up, because every time they mention his name, I would think about all that shit. So I had to rebuild myself back up, brace myself, know that the family still messes with him, still talks to him, that I'm gonna have to be prepared to get used to it, in a way, like get used to it until I move out and get the fuck up out of here, you know what I mean, type of shit. So yeah, I braced myself. I'm not gonna lie, I am left back with like paranoia, because I think PTSD. I think in the future I will need therapy, because I'm like, after that situation, I'm like freaked out of men, like scared, like I don't even know how to explain it, but I'm like scared. Like any man or whatever the case may be, I'm scared, like period. I'm very overthinking it, like not overthinking it, but I'm very paranoid. Whereas when I'm out, I look around, I always have a pepper spray thing of me. If I feel like somebody's like, I don't like when men be staring, I just don't like that shit no more. Like, you know, I don't know, the shit like that bothers me now, because I just feel like men are not to be trusted. And that's why in relationships or people I talk to, I let them know of shit like this, and I let them know like I let me bring up certain topics like sex, all of that, kissing, you know, all of that. Let me initiate first before I let you, because if you do it before me, I could feel some type of way because of my paranoia, you know what I mean. I think I'm gonna have to need therapy in the future, but yeah. So fast forward, I think a year and a half later, I wanted to speak to my sister and let her know how I really feel about her, because after all of that happened, everyone want to act like everything is normal. Everyone want to still be talking to me. Everybody want to still be, you know, talking with me and everything. Everyone want to still be, you know, acting like it's not a big elephant in the room. So I built up or whatever, and I told her like, you know, hey, I'm just only talking to you because of the kids. I really don't really like care to have a relationship with you, don't really want to have a relationship with you, because honestly how she handled everything was rough. But when I do have a recording of it or whatever, of our conversation, but I won't ever forget when she asked me, because we was getting close that summer as well, when she asked me, oh, when you was, she had the nerve to ask me this while I was talking or whatever the case would be. I blew it off, I kept it mature, but I would never forget. And this is another reason why I just don't think I'll ever forgive, because the fact that after that conversation I told her where I want to stand or whatever the case may be, she's gonna have the nerve to ask me, you know, you did tell me that you lost your virginity with your boyfriends. Do you think that maybe since then, you know, that you're sexually active, do you think that maybe you could have misinterpreted those touches? Hey! Like, bitch, what the fuck is you trying to say? Like, anyway, next. So for that being said, that is my story. Of course, I haven't watched The Family the same ever since. Ever since. Oh fuck nah. Like, I just feel like they didn't deal with anything properly or whatever the case may be. And I'm very strong. Outlook of it, I'm very strong. I'm very strong because, yeah, I'm very strong. Like, Normal people would lose their mind off of shit like that, but I'm stronger than that. And yeah, so that's basically it. I told you guys what happened, how it's changed me, how my family reacted, how it hurted me. I've grown from that as well. And I've also told you guys, what else did I tell you guys? How I ended it off with my sister a year later. Because everyone want to act like there's not an elephant in the room. And baby, with me, I'm not pushing nothing under the rug. But I don't hate anyone. It's just that I know what I'm going to do when I get my own kids. And I've also gave advice to some girls that went through stuff like this, and they don't even know that I went through stuff like that because I wasn't open about it yet. But I do feel where every woman is coming from, and I am sad to say that I am a part of this. Like, you know, I got sexually assaulted or whatever. But I'm a strong soldier, man, and I'm proud of myself. A lot of people take years, not bashing people that do, because this shit is personal. But I'm proud of myself. I'm proud. I never thought that I would have went through something like this, and I spoke up 3 days after, or 2 days after, which is good. So I want to give applause to myself for being a survivor. I'm still here. I ain't kill myself. I ain't do none of that. And yeah, that's basically it. Hope you guys like this video. Again, I did put this video out there for people that could relate. Okay? If you ever need someone to vent to, you can vent to me about these situations. Also, but I honestly don't think, like, I don't know, but also make sure you have a support system to help you through this. And it's never your fault. Never your fault. On that note, I am proud to let you guys know that I was strong enough to share my story. And I love you guys, and I will probably be back with another video in another week. Peace out. I'm headed to the gym now, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think I need a therapist over time. Even though I say I'm getting over this, I don't think I'll ever be the same. Which, far as I do think I need a therapist, because I do still suffer from paranoia, which is, I am paranoid of men. Like, I'm scared of them. Like, scared of them. Like, scared of them. And the only person that I like touching on me, hugging, all of the sort, is the person that, like, say I'm dating someone, I let them know. And I have to let them know when I'm ready. And I let them know that yeah. But the person I'm talking to now was the first boy that I had told about the situation. That is not my ex-boyfriend or whatever the case may be. This person I'm talking to now, I had told him about it or whatever the case may be. So basically, I have to initiate everything, basically, in a way. I initiated everything, I had to, or whatever, because that's just me. I don't want, yeah. So everybody get the picture. Please speak up. Do not be scared to speak up. If your family doesn't believe you, fuck them. The fuck, that don't got. Just know that shit situations like this shows people's true colors. And on that note, I'm out. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more.